My name is Andrew Karasev, and today I'd like to talk about old Great Plains accounting for DOS, Windows and Macintosh, and how to support this application, and what is typically the support issues, and how do we mount this application on our actually Windows currently 10 computer. And then at the end I will show you the demo of screenshots where I basically repair the cache management files, but you can do the same with other files in Great Plains Accounting. Let's talk about the history of Great Plains Accounting. It was actually popular in the late 1990s, the late 1980s, and the last version was 9.5. A lot of customers are on this version with DOS interface. However, there is a Windows interface which is pretty similar to DOS, but it requires like separate license for Windows interface. But this is archaic Windows, not like the same as we currently have Windows 10, 8 or 7.5. And the database platform was Btrieve. Later on it was actually branded as Pervasive SQL. It was purchased by Pervasive, and some customers have it on Pervasive engine, database engine. Others have it on the old Btrieve engine. And what is typically the questions about support? Unlikely that you need kind of training for the users or like new licenses. More likely what you need is to fix something like a corrupt file, or you need to export from Great Plains Accounting to something else, like maybe SAP Business One, or maybe to upgrade from Great Plains Accounting all the way to Microsoft Dynamics GP version, currently 2016. But like you may actually upgrade it to whatever it will be in the future, because the upgrade path is available at this time, which is I'm recording this in 2017 August, but I'm positive that upgrade path for Dynamics 2016 will be available to the future versions. Typically what we do, we take your file and then we mount it on our Great Plains Accounting application, which we actually run in DOS emulation programs. I like personally DOSBox, which I'll show you a little bit later. If we do data export from Great Plains Accounting, then it's typically Pervasive SQL. You can use either the old one, which was available in like mid 90s, which is Pervasive SQL 2000, or you can use the new one, which is available right now, which should be running on 64-bit computers. So you can check Pervasive SQL current version. Of course, it's available for the purchase, but you can use like 30 days trial, and maybe hopefully you will be okay to export all this stuff. For exporting data, however, you need so-called DDF files, data definition files. And data definition files, there is the procedure how to produce them. Likely you will need the floppy for Great Plains Accounting, and so unlikely that you can find the hardware to actually insert the floppy into and produce the DDF files. If you need them, we have them for version 9.5 and 9.2. So in the case if you have it on Macintosh, there is the procedure how to move the actually C3 files to PC and then convert them into B3 files. This is outside of the scope for this small video. However, you can find my old video where I describe this, or just feel free to call me on this. And then what else is possible if you need, like in the case if you need like to create a new company in Great Plains Accounting, so you will need a license for each company. The license actually is encoded for the company name. So we can produce it for you, assuming that we have access to your partner source. Yeah, then we can produce the license key for the new company. How do I serve Great Plains Accounting those customers? It's simple. I have so-called I have a knowledge base which was frozen by Microsoft, and it's available in Excel format for lookup. All I need from you is exact error message, and then I look up the knowledge base, and likely it was already known in the past, and then I'll give you the solution or fix the data for you. And then the popular issues you may have is just to move the Great Plains Accounting from our old computer, which is about to collapse, to the new computer. The only recommendation here is you probably should deploy the new Great Plains Accounting on 32-bit platform if you need it client-server version. If you just need it for like single user access, then you can use something like DOSBox or another emulation of DOS on whatever Windows 10, Windows 8, or whatever Windows you have in your office. But in this case, you will run it in like a single user environment on the Windows workstation. Okay, now let's see the demo of data repair for Great Plains Accounting. I'll show you how to rebuild one of the files in cache management. First, I'll take a look at the knowledge base, and then I'll rebuild the files. If you need help, feel free to contact us. You can easily leave the note, attach it to this video, or just feel free to call us. You will see the phone number at the end of this demo.
Okay, there is a popular application, DOSBox, which allows you to emulate all DOS. First, you mount. In this case, I mount C like the root for GPS, and then I switch to C, and then I run GPS batch file, log into Great Plains Accounting, select current date, and then here is the interface. Let's assume we have an issue with one of the Great Plains Accounting files, so we'll need to take a look at what is known about this one in knowledge base. This is knowledge base in Excel format that we have. All I need to do from you is exact error message that you are getting. In this case, it's bitrev error 14. Let's see what's known about this one. Okay, it's found in the knowledge base. And the recommendation is to basically rebuild the bitrev file, which is producing this error message. Okay, that's what we do. In Great Plains Accounting interface, I go to the module. In this case, it's cache management, because I'm going to rebuild CM history file, cache management history file. I go to utilities, rebuild files, and then I pick up the transaction history file, but you can pick whatever is required for rebuilding. Then I go through the steps. I pick to send the report to the screen. No diskette. And here you go. Just wait probably 10 minutes or so. If you have like 10 years of history in this cache management file, so it should take a while.